handle really major catastrophic incidents, whether it be a civil rights violation due to police brutality or a serious injury due to a failure of a defectively designed product or defectively manufactured product. We step in with full force, and we bring consistency to all our cases. Consistency in the vigor that we get into a case and the vigor in which we execute what it is we have to do to make sure that we win for our clients. I'm going to tell you about a case we handled not too many years ago, a special case involving a gentleman named Sukhsagar Pannu. He was a very successful businessman. He operated several 7-Elevens and Subways. He was a family man. He and I are very much similar in many ways in that we're both immigrants. We're both 47 years old at the same time. We're both the same height, same weight, married with 3 children just like he and I. We got close enough where soon after I met him, I had him over to my home where my mom cooked a very large Armenian meal for him, his family, and his mom. And we got to know him very well.
Sukhsagar Pannu was a hard-working father whose life was tragically altered after being involved in a horrifying auto accident that left him paralyzed forever. Sukh was driving his Land Rover on the freeway when the defendant's car careened into Sukh's SUV, causing the car to flip and crush the roof.
We got the case and we knew that the young man that changed lanes was partially at fault, but we also realized there was something far more insidious here. A vehicle that looked like a fortress, sold like it was a fortress, but it was really a matchbox. So what we did is we sued Land Rover for having a defectively designed vehicle in that it had a high propensity to roll over because of its narrow track and high center of gravity, and that its roof structure was too weak, meaning that if you took that car and just turned it upside down and dropped it 1 foot, the roof would crush in and kill or seriously maim its occupant, especially those on the near side or the driver's side in this case of the vehicle.
In order to uncover the truth, top civil attorneys Garo Mardirossian and Armen Akaragian knew that they had to uncover the defects in the design of the manufacturing.
Now this was going to be a battle, and major auto manufacturers don't give in these kinds of cases and settle early at all. They fight you tooth and nail, and so we knew that we were going to be in this for the long haul.
The firm sought after claims against the car's faulty design and began their countless hours of investigation and costly battles against the corporate giant.
There were tests done where a Land Rover Discovery that comes off the showroom floor was taken, and the vehicle was dropped to test the roof strength. First to show, look how easily the roof crushes on a standard Discovery off the showroom floor. Then, because Land Rover hadn't told the public that they actually would rig their vehicles that they use for their commercials that we showed too, that show their vehicles going off-road and going on their side, and then Land Rover bragging about how they just upright the vehicle and nothing happened to the car. Well, those vehicles were rigged with roll bars, roll cages that Land Rover made for these Discoveries, which you actually could have purchased for an option had you wanted to, but Land Rover never told people about it. So we took that roll cage and we put it in the Discovery. We had another one, and in that, then we dropped that one, and the roof never crushed, and that would have cost $100. Same situation, laboratory setting, rigging the vehicle, high-speed cameras, and then we put them side by side and showed how one just pancakes to the floor and how one dropped on the roof, the full vehicle weight from a height of 18 inches, and the vehicle just bounces off the roof, comes to rest, and nothing happens.
I remember, Garo came by the house and he was explaining how they were trying to figure out the diagram of how the accident happened. And he did like a little diagram of showing us how it happened, because we didn't understand. He was very, again, hands-on, and I was a kid. So it's like, to see an attorney be so, like, wanting to show me, not being like, oh, I'm not gonna waste my time with, teaching a 15-year-old kid. I'm gonna be focused on talking to her dad. He's actually showing how the diagram worked. It's a very personal experience. I feel like Again, Garo's he's not like gonna treat you like just anybody, you know, he actually cares.
The reprehensible lifelong damages that were caused to the Pannu family can never be reversed.
I've realized, like, if that happened to me, I think about that. I go, if that happened to me, what would I do? I really don't know how he can still be so happy every day.
But in the end, after a long and hard-fought battle, the case prevailed at trial.
However, it didn't end there because we had to go through an appeal. And the appeal lasted a couple of years, and we had an appellate decision in our favor, which is being cited by law firms all over the country. We were successful in obtaining a verdict of over $25 million for Sukh's injuries.
Today, Mr. Sukh and his family are thankful for the firm's diligence and hard work, which resulted in a lifetime of financial support and medical care for Mr. Pannu and his family.
So, I mean, my dad always has held Garo in a high regard, and, you know, you can see that they have a genuine, like, friendship. They, like, you know, they joke around with each other. It's like, it's a very, like, the fact that my dad feels so comfortable, it makes me feel comfortable. It makes, I think, everybody else in our family feel comfortable. It feels like a family. Like, it really does. Like, the people here, it feels like a family. And it's a lifelong thing. Like, again, I mean, the accident happened 17 years ago, you know, and I still, to this day, hold this firm highly. I don't think a lot of people can say that about a lot of firms.
So I believe the reason for our success is that we have a team approach. We don't just have one lawyer handling the case. Our team is basically the whole firm. We have 5 lawyers, several paralegals, clerks that are on that team at all times. So I'm the head of that team, Armen is the next in line, and we are at all times involved in every case. And so we're directing it, we're making sure that it's being handled right, we're making sure that we're going to win.
It's the old adage of proper preparation prevents poor performance, and it's absolutely true. You know, people have said that 90% of what happens in the courtroom starts outside the courtroom, and it is true. If you prepare yourself well, you can anticipate most of what's going to happen.